look at that cookie. Get to break it down the middle. Oh, look at that. Oh, man. You gotta watch this video. Man, these are really, really good. Watch. Hey, we're gonna make some cookies. So hang out. Let's see how they come out. So hey, I'm gonna make some cream cheese cookies. I've never made them before, but they sounded really cool. I saw an original recipe. Actually, my wife saw it, picked it out. So we've actually modified it so it was keto. I think it works out to be like 2 total carbs per cookie. So we're gonna make some and try it out, and let's see how the recipe comes out. Again, this is gonna be something kind of new. We kind of tweaked it a little bit. It says to use a cake flour batter, so we're going to use what the kind of the recipe that we would use to make a cake. So hopefully you'll get relaxed and enjoy. All right. So first thing we're going to add, we're going to actually mix up stuff. So this is some cream cheese. 8 ounces of cream cheese is what we're going to use. I'm using the Philadelphia brand. It's up to you what you want to use. So we're going to do that. We're going to mix that up a little bit here. I'm actually going to use this to put this on. I'm going to take my little electric beater, so we're going to mix this up just to cream it up a little bit. It is room temperature. So we're just going to whip it up a little bit. We're going to throw in 1 egg in here. We're going to throw in 2 eggs total. I'm going to throw 1 at a time in here. I'm going to knock some of this cream cheese out of the stirrer so it'll get mixed up. You know, if you see something that I do that you think you can improve on, I'm no cook, so I'm always looking for tips and tricks and stuff. So if you see something and you have an idea or a suggestion, I know a lot of my viewers do, and I've learned a lot from them. If you ever saw me try to do something with white chocolate, you saw me melt the white chocolate. You saw me burn it. Because white chocolate acts very different than dark chocolate. I mean, from dark chocolate. So, but anyway, so I'm gonna mix this up. I'm gonna pop in the other egg here real quick, like. So this is a pretty simple recipe. The biggest thing, I guess, is after we get it all mixed up, it's going to sit in the refrigerator for a while. But and because it's mostly cream cheese, well, I guess it's almond flour and everything else, but again, this is something, it's a treat, right? So that's what I try to use them as. I try to use it as a treat. It's a thing. A thing to eat every once in a great while. So we're going to actually put in, I got the recipe on my phone here. I don't have this on the website yet. I will put it on the website. I'm going to try to do it this week. I've been kind of falling way off on it, and I got to tell you, just too much stuff going on, too many things going on. I was trying to get my brother to help me out to put some things on the website for me, but I haven't been successful yet. Alright, so that's our wet ingredients. I'm going to take this, I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to let those drip off. We're going to move on to our wet ingredients. And we're going to start off with the almond flour. I'm going to put 1.5 cups of almond flour in here. This is a 1/2 cup scoop, so 3 of them makes 1.5 cups. We're going to put in 3 tablespoons of coconut flour. The combination of the coconut flour along with the almond flour gives it a much more cake-like consistency. So I don't have much coconut flour left. I'm going to have to... We were just in Sprouts the other day too, and I should have got some. I didn't even think of it. I find it about the best price there. So I need something to stir that up with. We're just going to kind of mix this up as we go. All right. Then we're going to put in some sugar, some sweetener. I'm going to use some of this Lantana sweetener. That's what I'm using. You know, we're going on a little trip here, a little day trip. So these are good to bring in the car, you know, just to have for a couple of hours. So you don't have to stop at one of those gas stations and buy all that junk food in the gas station or that crappy food in the gas station. So this is better than that. Again, especially if you're doing net carbs, it's close to 0. Like I said, total carbs, it comes out to I think two total carbs when I put it in. All right, we're gonna put in 2 teaspoons, and I get a new one out because that one is not good. Well, that's a half a tablespoon. That's not good. All right, here's a half a teaspoon. So we're going to put 2 of these in. So we're actually going to put 4 of these half teaspoons in there, right? So on a live yesterday, I made that sheet pan sausage and veggies dish. I was kind of curious what you thought of it. Go back there and check that recipe out. I'm actually going to put some shorts out with it as well. And see what you think. Now I'm just going to put a salt in. You just salt it to your taste. So if you're a salty person, put more in. If you're not a salty person, put less in. And that's all there really is. And then what we're going to do is we're going to combine these 2 together. Probably what I should have done was the other way around, so that I mixed this with the wet ingredients instead of the wet ingredients with the... We're going to put them all together. Like I said, pretty easy recipe. Not a lot to it. Now as the batter mixes and comes out, it's going to be a little too soft to put in the oven. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to put this in the refrigerator for about an hour. And we're going to let this sit in the refrigerator for an hour. Alright, so that's all there is to it. There's the consistency of it. Then we're going to just let this sit for an hour. We'll come back. I'm going to put this in the refrigerator. We'll come back in an hour. I'm going to cover it with plastic. We'll come back in an hour, and I'll show you what we're going to do with it after it's in the oven for an hour. In the refrigerator for an hour. Alright, so this has been in the refrigerator for about an hour. I got a cookie scoop here. If you don't have a cookie scoop, you can just use a tablespoon or something like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and put a scoop of this on here. So it's like this. We're going to separate them out. Let's make a bunch of them and we'll see where they come out. Now, because this is cream cheese, I'm not going to flatten them out. I'm just going to kind of put them on there. And I think that the cream cheese will, at least that's what it said in the original recipes. Let's see how it goes with this one. Let's see, maybe I can get away with one tray. I may need 2 trays. I preheated the oven. It's heating up now. It's coming up to 350. I actually like this thing. It helps me. I can make the cookies pretty close to the same size. I'm not going to say perfect, but pretty close. I know when we make the white chocolate macadamia ones, I make them a little bit bigger than these. I wish I had a one size bigger of these scoops, but I'm not sure they come in different sizes. I'm sure they do, but again, I'm hoping that I don't put them, I'm not putting them too close together. I want them to kind of flatten, but not flatten too much. We'll see when I get them on a pan and see how many. I'll come back here. You don't need to watch me do this. I'll come back in a second. I'll show you what they look like when I get them all in the pan, all right? All right, so that's the way we're going to put them. We're going to keep them nice and spaced. So I got 12... 23, it looks like 3, 6, 9, 11, and 12 on this one, so 23. So we're gonna throw these in the oven. And hold on a second, my phone's going off. So that was my timer to let me know to check the stuff and to check the dough. So, all right, so I'm gonna throw these in. I'm gonna throw them in for 15 minutes. We're gonna check them. And see how they're coming out, and we'll see you in about 15 minutes for you, a couple of seconds for you. So I'll see you in the next segment. Hey, this is a great time if you're enjoying the content to go down there and give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and hit that bell icon. Really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Come on, this is a great time to do that. Alright, so I let these sit in for a couple extra minutes, about 5 extra minutes, so let's take them out. I had to switch them on my oven, and kind of weird, but it looks like they're browning around the edges, so that looks good. Yeah, those look good. So it took about 20 minutes. There they are. They'll come back out here in a minute, and I'll take one off, and they are cream cheese, so they are very soft when you take them out of the oven. I'm going to wait about 15 minutes, and while I'm waiting, you can hit that subscribe button. That would be great, and then we'll come back and do a taste test. All right, so I'll see you in the next segment. Well, boy, these came out really good. Look how they nice. That looks really good. So let's do a little see how they come apart. Oh man, what do you think? Huh? Nice. It's really nice, light and airy. It's really good. So let's talk about one of these cookies. So one of these cookies, they're not overly sweet. They're not, like I say, they're not overly powering. It's got a nice taste to it. Really nice taste. I like it. You may want to sprinkle, if you were doing it, if I was doing this and I was going to bring it to work, I'd probably take some powdered sugar and sprinkle them along the top. It would just make them look pretty. It may add a little bit of sweetness to it, but I think for most people that are sugar eaters, right, that they wouldn't notice it. But good treat. Cream cheese cookies. I like it. So one of these cookies is 85 total carb. 80 here. 85 calories. Total carbs, it's 1.5 total carbs. I shouldn't say 2.5 total carbs. I'm sorry, I'm reading out the piece of paper over here. Fat in it is 7.4 grams. Protein in it is 3. Fiber is 1.2. Sugar alcohol is about a 0.8. So if you were doing net carbs on here, this cookie's a half a net carb. But even still at 2.5, if I have 1 or 2 of these, and if I'm having a good day, again, these are not made for you to eat all the time. These are meant to be a treat every once in a while, right? So take it with a grain of salt, but it's really, really good. It took me, what, 10 minutes, 15 minutes to make it. The biggest waiting time was putting them in the refrigerator for an hour and waiting until it hardened up a little bit. But man, they came out really good. It did take me 20 minutes to bake them instead of 15. But that, again, it could be just my oven as well. So, hey, if you like the video, and again, if you really want to show your appreciations, go down there. You can do the super chat or super thank you. That would be super too as well. Help support the channel. Become a member. You know, if there's any questions or anything I can do for you, there's an email down there. I'm always here, willing to help, give you advice on what worked for me. I'm no doctor or nutritionist or health care specialist, but I can tell you what worked for me, right? So, and give you some advice on it. So, then it's up to you whether you want to take that advice or not. What worked for me. But anyway, great cookie. I love it. Never tried them before. Never had them before. I'm really appreciating them. They're really, really good. You guys have an awesome day. I'm going to see you in the next video. And if you want to see more great videos like this, check this video out over here. Or click on this Allen's Awesome logo. Because you guys are awesome.